So obviously it's been a while since I've posted a video. Obviously it's been a while since I posted a video. Life happens, you know, whatever. I haven't really done a lot. Last video you saw of me, I was getting ready to go to the Hot Rod Power Tour, and I went to the Hot Rod Power Tour, and it was the best vacation I've ever had. And I was gonna make a video, but nothing happened. Like, the tour happened, and my truck drove flawless, didn't have any issues, didn't see anything crazy. Unfortunately, we weren't in the fun parking lots for burnouts and stuff. But I'm going again this year, and hopefully I can get more of that stuff. But anyways, I didn't make a video because nothing happened. I did go down the drag strip. I don't remember my times, but here's a little clip of that. Guess I'll tell you the numbers. 1345, a reaction time of 0.418, 2 35/60 foot, 8.79 in the eighth, 1345 at 103. The main thing I learned on Hot Rod Power Tour is that the AC was like canceled out by the heat from the floor and the heat from the windows. So I had the windows tinted with a ceramic tint, including the windshield. So it's 35 all around, except for 50 on the windshield. And then for the floor, I had fat mat, and it didn't do anything. It might have made it a little quieter, but it was so hot. So what I did was I went to Restomod Air. I bought their thick membrane, covered the whole floor, firewall and back wall and that. And then I put jute mat down before I put carpeting. But since the floor was custom contoured and everything, you can't just go buy carpet and put it in like molded carpet, right? So you can't get something with the mass backing. You got to get something easier to deal with and easier to mold. And so this carpet actually has no backing on it. The heat is down. The heat is gone. There's no heat on the floor. You put your hand on the floor after driving for 2 hours, it's room temperature, or whatever the temperature inside the truck is. You leave the truck in the sun all day, put your hand on the dashboard, barely warm. So it's actually a huge freaking improvement. All I've done since the last time you saw me was get a couple new vehicles and do tint, flooring, and the center console. I built the center console in this truck. First time I've ever done anything like that. I was able to get my hands on a table saw from a buddy for free, so now I have a table saw and no room to put it in my tiny garage. So, but it did come in handy. So first I just made a console out of cardboard, obviously, because that's the best way to do it. And then I made the console out of MDF. And I had a lot of questions, and thankfully there was a guy I met online named Raheem, and he answered all my questions. The craziest answer I got for him is, how do you secure it to the floor? And his answer was Velcro. And I was like, that's crazy. But this guy has made a lot of consoles, so why not trust him? And it's not like you're getting a lot of lateral movement on the console. There will be some, but I was able to use Velcro on the front. And then I just put one bolt in the back just to keep it from moving side to side if you're leaning on it while driving and stuff. And that console is so solid on that floor. It is not moving. No one would ever guess it's held on by freaking Velcro. So thanks for that tip, Raheem. It's best tip I've ever gotten. Would have never thought about it, and it worked out great. I was very lazy when it came to making videos for this, just because, you know, life happens, and depression and motivation, and it was hard enough. This console took so long. It took so freaking long. And after I finished, I don't know, 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago, still haven't cleaned my garage from it. It's still a mess. There's still sawdust everywhere. There's still MDF everywhere. My tools are still everywhere. It's been cold outside. It's finally getting warm. But I don't even know if my voice is coming through. I didn't even check my mic. So my garage isn't even clean from all that. But we're getting back into it. Oh shit, I broke that off just now. So yeah, I got 4 speakers, 1 in each door. They're 4 inches, I think. And then 1 on each side of my console, and those are 6.5. And if you come behind this passenger seat, there is a 12-inch kicker subwoofer. And it's about that thick. It's about that thick. I made a little box for it, fits right behind the seat. And for the truck, this thing is banging. This sounds so good with those 4 speakers in this. Like, you're not waking up the neighbor's bass. You're getting good sound bass. And sometimes it hits and you're like, oh crap, that's just that tiny, thin little tin. Yes, it is. It's pretty dope. All right, let's check out this console. I'm stuck. Ugh. All right, let's get this key in. I can show you something. So if you're familiar with the truck, you got your lights here. Got your wipers here, you got your choke here, and you got your cigarette lighter here. But what I did, obviously I don't need a choke, I got a Coyote. So I put a knob on a pulse width modulator. Why do I need a I can't even say the word. Why do I need a pulse width modulator, you might ask? Or what is a pulse? What is a pulse width modulator? I can't even freaking say it. Pulse width. I want to say pulse width modulator. Pulse width modulator. What is a pulse width modulator, you might ask? So it's hooked up to my light switch, which, you know, turn the lights on, dash is dim. Turn the lights on, boom, lights. I put lights under here, not as bright as under here because of how everything's set up. But a pulse width modulator. Changes the band, changes the pulsing of the LEDs, because that's how they get dimmer. On the camera it kind of looks like they're strobing, but in real life they're not. It doesn't look like it's strobing. Yeah, it does. But that's how that works. So these are getting dimmer with this little knob that looks factory, which is freaking dope, dude. And then I have wireless Android Auto, so I don't need to plug my phone into anything. And also I got wireless charging in this bad boy. I got another one right here as well. And that is freaking fantastic. I don't have to have wires all over the place. Set my phone down. And the good thing is, like, I built this. Point of this is to keep my phone from sliding off. Oh shit, that's loose. I gotta tighten it. Point of this is to keep my phone from sliding off in the case I hit the gas too hard. But the phone doesn't move. Like, it's solid right there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to tighten that. And then I got my air ride controller, flush mounted, looks fantastic. And then this is, check it out, review camera, baby. Yep, I got a review camera, fucking dope. It's a reverse button because I didn't want to have to create some sort of sensor with a bunch of bracketry and linkages and stuff in order to make this reverse sensing in order to turn that on. So it was easier for me and cleaner just to make a button for reverse. And then this one here is line lock. And if you remember, my line lock is on the back so that I can use the front brake to control the truck while I'm doing a burnout rather than lock the front brake to do a burnout. So a burnout is a 2 feet thing, 1 on each pedal, but I'm not wearing out my back brakes, so that's pretty good. You can see I did the headliner too. This material I got when Snowden made my seats. I requested he send me extra material so that I could do that and do that. I got, you know, looks pretty good in here. I need a vacuum, but the floors look fantastic. It's not, I was hoping it would have been quieter, but it's not. But the temperature is definitely, the AC functions now, and it is not deathly hot in here like it used to be. So that is good. So if you look at my console, you know, I'm not perfect. I did this side first. This has got this padding. I don't know if you can tell, but oh, it's a little soft there. And I did really good on this side. I paid attention. I got in a nice groove and did it. And then when I did this side, I wasn't paying attention. And you can see my staples. I'm thinking I'll probably put a little bit of piping in there just to make it look a little better. These corners that I wrapped here look like shit because this is padded and then it's not starting right there, and then it's just a curved surface. So whatever, I don't care. It looks great. Unfortunately, this traps dirt, as you can see, a lot of it. And up here, traps dirt too. I don't really care. My truck isn't a show truck; it's a driver. And then, you know, you got my center console here, and underneath there, you can pull that bottom up, and that is where my engine management fuse panel and relay panel is. So I'm gonna redo this wiring on this truck someday, but for now that's under there and it works well. And that's my center console. The stereo sounds amazing, especially because of that subwoofer. It's incredibly comfortable. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but like, if you look at my elbows, they're the same on each side. Like, it's perfectly level on both sides. It's freaking perfect, dude. It's freaking perfect. Cup holders, obviously, gotta have cup holders. It's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is to block the sun, to make the video of the console because the sun was coming right through, but it's normally not there. But I did on Power Tour bring the magnets and a couple cloths so that we could keep the sun off our necks if it got too hot, which we did a couple times, but now you don't need it because the tint works so flawlessly. See right there, I got a little spot with a little microphone so I can talk on the phone, hands free, and got this little guy off of Summit, works great. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. This console is freaking dope. So I need to make videos more regularly because YouTube sent me an email and said, hey, you need to make YouTube videos more regularly, in other words. And so I'm going to try to do my best. So see you next time. Peace.